It began like any other evening, a quiet dinner at home after a long, exhausting week. I had picked up takeout from her favorite Thai spot, the one she always begged for whenever she didn't feel like cooking. When I arrived, she was on the couch, scrolling through her phone, barely glancing up as I came in. I set the bags on the table and said, "Dinner's here." She muttered a faint thanks, her voice distant and flat. For months, something had felt off between us. The warmth had faded, replaced by sarcasm and indifference. I told myself it was stress, or maybe we'd just drifted apart. Still, I kept trying. I always tried. Dinner was quiet. She picked at her food, eyes flicking between her plate and her phone, occasionally letting out a soft giggle at something she saw. Finally, I asked, "Everything okay, Meris?" She didn't lift her eyes. "Yeah, why?" she replied. I shrugged, trying to sound casual. "You've just seemed distant lately. I miss when we actually talked." Then she set her phone aside, leaned back, and smirked. "Maybe I'm just bored, Cairo," she said casually. "You don't excite me anymore." Her words cut, but I kept my composure. "What do you mean?" I asked. She sipped her wine, almost with pride, and said, "It means closed legs for you, until further notice." I stared at her for a moment, not angry, just stunned. Her tone was deliberately cruel, meant to provoke me. She expected yelling, begging, or pleading. But I didn't react. I looked at her, smiled faintly, and said, "That's fine, Meris. You've just made my next decision very easy." Her smirk faltered. "What decision?" she asked. I stood, walked to the bedroom, and began packing a small bag. She followed, her voice sharp. "What are you doing now?" I zipped up the bag and faced her calmly. "Leaving," I said simply. "You've shown me what's left in this relationship. Nothing worth staying for." "You're being dramatic," she scoffed, arms crossed. I chuckled softly. "No, Meris. I've been patient, understanding, forgiving. But tonight, you made it clear you don't respect me. You've turned intimacy into a weapon, and I'm done playing your game." I grabbed my keys, wallet, and phone. She trailed to the door, her tone shifting from arrogance to panic. "Cairo, come on, it was a joke. I didn't mean it like that." I paused, locking eyes with her. "You meant it enough to say it." "I mean it enough to leave." Then I walked out. The first night alone was painful. Years of love, laughter, and memories don't vanish instantly, even when someone's cruelty leaves a burn. But by morning, the pain began to feel like freedom. I realized how long I'd been walking on eggshells, tolerating her bitterness, hoping she'd return to the person I'd fallen for. That person was gone, replaced by someone who saw me as disposable. In the days that followed, she tried calling, first with anger, then tears, then apologies. "Cairo, please. I didn't mean it. You're overreacting." I ignored her. My silence mirrored the very silence she had given me for months, now returned tenfold. Then came desperate messages. "I miss you. Can we talk?" Each one weaker than the last. But I had made peace with my choice. 2 weeks later, a mutual friend messaged me. Meris had shown up at my old apartment, crying, realizing she'd made a huge mistake. The man she'd been texting, the one making her laugh at dinner, had ghosted her after getting what he wanted. "She looks broken," my friend said. I didn't respond. There was no satisfaction in hearing it, only closure. Months passed. I grew stronger mentally, emotionally, even professionally. I returned to the gym, made new friends, and rediscovered joy in the little things I had forgotten. One day, while sitting at a cafe, I saw Meris walk in. Her smile faded when our eyes met. She approached and said, "You look good." I nodded. "Thanks." A long silence followed before she whispered, "I didn't realize what I was doing until it was too late." I simply replied, "You did realize. You just didn't care until I did." Then I stood, wished her well, and walked out. That night, driving home, I reflected on my calmness that evening. Both then and now, my composure shattered her illusion of control, her belief that I would always stay, no matter how cruel she became. But my calm wasn't weakness. It was strength. Sometimes, silence and self-respect speak louder than any argument ever could. Walking away with peace instead of anger was the most powerful response of all. Sometimes, the greatest strength lies in silence. Truth always finds its way to the surface. If you enjoy stories like this, subscribe to the channel. More powerful and inspiring tales are on the way.